What's going on, guys? Chris Corey back with SoMeFa. That's me in the middle of sofa, back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about streaming services and two live TV streaming services that I've been looking at for a while now: YouTube TV and PlayStation Vue. Before I get started, I would just like to say that I use an HTPC. And if you don't know what an HTPC is, I have a video for that and the benefits of using one. So I don't use a streaming box or a gaming console. This is my experience with these two services using my HTPC. Now you're probably wondering why I chose just these two services. Well, there were only 3 services that offered 3 or more simultaneous streams for less than 40 bucks. Even though I may never use that, I just feel like if you're gonna have a streaming service, you wanna have at least 3 or more streams, because you don't ever know what situation you'll be in. And it just seems like a ripoff not to have 3 or more simultaneous streams. And those 3 services were YouTube TV, PlayStation Vue, and Sling TV. But I had to drop out Sling TV because I've used that service in the past and it was absolutely horrible. Anytime there was a large broadcast event and a lot of people were watching at one time, it would start to cut out. So I really just had a bad experience from that and they lost my business. So I'm gonna look at YouTube TV and PlayStation Vue and kind of give a comparison, and in the end, kind of show you guys which one won me over. I'm gonna be grading these services on 4 different categories: channel lineup, quality, user interface, and multitasking abilities. You're probably wondering what multitasking abilities are. It's an HTPC thing, and I'll explain when I get to that category. All right, so with channel lineup, PlayStation Vue has 46 channels and YouTube TV has 62 channels at the time of recording this video for their base packages. Now this is something that's gonna be personal and up to you about which one has the best channel lineup. So you definitely wanna check out and compare and see which channels each service has and what channels you're willing to sacrifice or the channels that you really want. For me, PlayStation Vue seemed very limited in its channel selection. It did have some channels that I really love to watch, like the Food Network, HGTV, and the Travel Channel, which YouTube TV doesn't offer. But for me, that was kind of all that they really stood out with, and it just seemed very sparse. Now with YouTube TV, I'm a huge sports fan, and I feel like YouTube TV has it figured out when it comes to sports. I kept my cable service for so long because I wanted to be able to watch live games, and YouTube seems to have this in the bag. On top of having ESPN and ESPN2, which most streaming services have, they have ESPNU, ESPN News, the tennis channel, the golf channel, NBA TV. They give you NBA TV. So for me, they just have it in the bag. And also, I live in Jackson, Mississippi, and YouTube TV has my local channels: ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC. They actually have local channels. Jackson, Mississippi never gets anything, so thank you YouTube TV for actually having those services. Also, both services has unlimited cloud DVR. YouTube TV's recordings are saved for 9 months, and PlayStation Vue's recordings are saved for 28 days. So for channel lineup, for me, YouTube TV takes the win in this category. Next up is quality. YouTube TV and PlayStation Vue both have pretty good quality. Now you can't expect the same quality that you get from your cable service, but for streaming services, they really do have good quality. Both of these services stream in 720p and better. YouTube may have the slight edge in quality because they do offer some channels in 1080p at 60 frames per second. But it does come with its caveats. There are times when the quality is capped at 480p. And I don't know if this is because I'm using a PC or there are high traffic times. I really don't understand it. And I reached out to YouTube TV to try to get an answer about this, and I just got a bunch of confusion from the customer service rep. So hopefully this is a problem that they can fix, but I have to give the edge to PlayStation Vue in quality because it was consistently good at all times. So that's a win for PlayStation Vue in this category. User interface. PlayStation Vue has a pretty good user interface, and it's basically what you would expect from any streaming service. Things weren't too hard to find, and the site wasn't hard to navigate at all. But there was just nothing special about the user interface. YouTube's UI was outstanding. It was clean and simple and like using the YouTube website. Its recommendations on the home screen were always on point, and it felt like it would read my mind about what I wanted to watch. Also, live previews was a nice touch. All I had to do was hover my cursor over a specific channel and it would show me what was going on. So I wouldn't have to actually click on that channel and open it up to see what was going on at that time. And if it was a commercial on, I could just go and watch something else while those commercials were running. So for UI, YouTube TV takes the win in this category. All right, next up is multitasking. One of the key benefits for using an HTPC for watching TV is multitasking. It allows me to open multiple windows and watch programs simultaneously. Both services allow me to open their sites in as many tabs as possible. I could open up their sites in 4 windows and watch different things at the same time. This comes in handy during playoff times when I want to watch more than one game at a time and control the volume of each video. But PlayStation Vue had one huge advantage. You could use it in multiple web browsers. Let me explain why this is important. I like to use a program called Audio Router to choose different audio outputs for different programs. If I have someone over and we want to watch 2 different things, I can snap 2 programs to opposite sides of the screen, use Audio Router to route my sound to my TV, and connect headphones to my TV and allow them to use the speakers for their sound. Now we can watch 2 different things on one TV. But I can't do this with YouTube TV because it only is offered in Google Chrome, and I hope that changes in the future. So for multitasking, PlayStation Vue wins this category. Out of the 4 categories, it was a tie. But because I'm currently single and I don't have to worry about the split screen thing, I chose YouTube TV because it had the edge in sports selection. But the PlayStation Vue is a worthy competitor, and maybe I'll give it a try in the off season or if my ex comes back. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more HTPC stuff.